This is giant. We've been doing propaganda report for a while. Tucker Carlson. The reason why they hate Tucker more than anything is that he destroyed the PMC class at their own game. He was the ratings titan. Like he had like more Democrats watching them, more people in the prime demo. He destroyed. He had like 3 million people watching them at one point. So this is a giant development, and it came out of nowhere. And there's a lot of talk, and liberals are leaning into this because they love talking about demand. Which, guys, I think the demand story is funny as shit. that story is hilarious. Fox News was talking all this kind of shit, and they got sued and lost so much money. That story is hilarious as hell. But apparently, this story is not connected.
Yeah, let me go to your tweet. I have your tweet where you mention it. As you go, continue, and I'll bring your tweet up. Go ahead.
I'm just riffing on the story. I have to go Tara. I want to read what she said real quick since we
who? Tara. Okay.
I think Tara posted something on NSC before. She said, "I appreciated that when no mainstream journalists will fairly cover what happened to me when I worked for Joe Biden in 1993. Tucker did. He has been outspoken against the proxy war in the United States and NATO fighting Ukraine and major topics of the Biden administration and takes us all to World War III. He called it out. He is a heroic voice above noise. I wouldn't go that far, but he does talk about other topics that others don't. That's a good picture of Tucker and Tara. Anyway, I just want to see what you said. This is giant news, but this is what I was saying. The man was sued because of election lies, but he wasn't the main one implicated. Like Jeanine Pirro and these other crazy Fox News people. Now, you guys know I never cover these people because they're not worth it. Like, to me, there's value in breaking down Jen Psaki propaganda. I have value breaking down Steve Hilton. He's a Fox host. He's my new favorite. That guy. Tucker had a few segments I broke down because but these Fox hosts are so garbage, not even worth my time. So garbage. And they just pretty much repeat all the right-wing nonsense. So they got Fox News screwed, but Tucker wasn't implicated. Tucker had some embarrassing texts. They came out like one of them that said he hated Donald Trump and all this shit, but he wasn't responsible for Donald Trump for the loss of Fox. So this is not related. So no one really knows why because it came out of nowhere. Even among Tucker and his allies, they kind of shocked at this news as well. So the only thing we can do is theorize, right? That's all we can do. Because there's no official statements. There's nothing wrong with putting theories together when there's absence of information. It's fun, right? So the Dominion lawsuit happens, and Fox News finally finds the opportunity to get rid of Tucker Carlson. And people are saying, see, they're like, I can't believe they got rid of Tucker Carlson because he's their highest rated news guest. Why would they do that? Now, guys, I need you to understand something. Tucker Carlson is not advertised on. He lost a lot of advertisers for Fox News. So you being the highest rated news host means nothing when people are not advertising on your channel. So Fox, after losing all his money, after the fact that Tucker Carlson cost them a lot of advertisements, it's to me when I saw the movie, I was surprised, but it's not shocking. You know what I mean? Because Tucker was always this character that was risky. Because when you watch Fox News, and I have for the first time in a year, because I've been doing propaganda report. And people are misled because of Tucker Carlson, because they think that a lot of people on the right oppose the Ukraine war. They do not in the establishment Republican side. Like when you watch Fox News, like everyone's for the Ukraine war. All of them repeat nonstop, unhinged Russia propaganda. And it's super weird. You have Tucker Carlson speaks out against the Ukraine war, and then literally the next hour or two, you have Sean Hannity. He comes on and says the exact opposite shit.
Exact opposite, yeah.
Like he talks about how Biden is too weak on Russia. You have Fox News commentary that is consistently saying that Biden has been too weak on Putin, been too weak on China. Tucker is an outlier of outliers. If smart people like Glenn, like Arso, Jimmy, they point that out. Like for some reason, Tucker is allowed to tell the truth on Ukraine. And to me, I told you guys on my channel, I don't know why. I remember CJ. I said I do not know why he gets allowed. He get away with talking about this shit.
Because it's the people that he brings. Because people that he brings. Because this is called like an anchor store. For example, like you go to a shopping center and then you got Starbucks and then you got a bunch of other. Starbucks is the anchor. They're not paying rent because they're getting stuff for other people. So Tucker is not getting advertising, but he's bringing in so many people that some of them are peeling off and watching other shows. So they're still getting ad revenue. It might be directly from Tucker, but he's bringing them in. And that could be, I mean, money talks over everything. And that's the only reason that explains it to me. But let me read your, because I do want to insert your tweet, or you can read it.
This is what Conwell was discussing as well. You guys will know what would be the lamest way this story ends? If Tucker Carlson comes out and like, yeah, man, I have no beef with Fox News. It's all good. We left on neutral terms. That shit's gonna be lame as fuck, and that shit's gonna be sad. But what I really want to happen, so we don't got a lot of information on this. So this all I'm telling you at the end of the tweet. I don't even say guess. This is speculation. He's the only guy talking about the Ukraine war. He brought on black socialists and criticized the State Department for pressing charges on them. Fox News are like, all right, if they just fired Tucker without any pretext, without anything like out of nowhere, boy, there would have been a big ass backlash among centralized Republicans, right? And there's still going to be. But after the Dominion law, so I always seen liberals falling for it. I always seen liberals say stuff like, Tucker Carlson gone because of the Dominion. They don't even acknowledge that Fox News and them already said it had nothing to do with it. Tucker Carlson was not implementing it. Dominion has nothing to do with it. But that's the pretext they want to put out there. That's why they did it, because it's controversies up there. They also have another lawsuit that's coming, and also getting rid of someone like Tucker Carlson may help with the upcoming lawsuit. But it's definitely, and this is once again, guys, we only got guess and theories that we can do. To me, my theory, this is a pretext because they wanted to get rid of this guy anyway. The rumors was that there was a lot of contention between Tucker and Fox for quite some time. This is also related to the adpocalypse that he had to deal with as well. But yeah, I think, and I'll read a tweet now. I know that was a long preface.
I mean, he's been getting a lot of push. They've been getting a lot of state government pushback because of the January 6th video and also his Ukraine coverage. And then the black socialists, he doing too much of that. Son. Yes.
He went after I was watching him. I see some stuff he done. Like, I cannot believe he's getting away with this shit. Like, not in terms of like he being a threat to the establishment. Like, because I don't think he was. Like when he like it's just decorum. Like the stuff he would do, like going out there and trash. Like absolutely, like he laid into. I didn't cover it because it wasn't worth covering. But he like laid into Lindsey Graham one day. I was like, Jesus Christ. Stuff like this is why this happened. Once again, we see if I'm hilariously wrong. If Tucker comes out and like, man, we all good, dude. That's some cuck ass shit. Cause I know there's something else to this, and not because of Dominion. Meanwhile, I read a tweet. Tucker Carlson wasn't fired because of the Dominion lawsuit, because he wasn't implicated. Fox News found a way to get rid of him because of his stance on the Ukraine war, and also someone else brought this up in the replies of this tweet. And it's also 100% a good theory as well, because he defended the black socialists. That's also another thing that could have been. Let me show you guys this video, because I didn't see this until I was doing show prep. So this is something new apparently. This is April 21st. I did not see this. I was talking to Glenn, and he was telling me how Tucker invited him on, and we talked a little bit afterwards, talking about how Tucker was like, dude, it's crazy what he's doing to these black socialists. And it's wild that Tucker of all people doing this. Tucker of all people. You guys heard my announcement, Tucker. I can't stand this motherfucker. Like, I find him personally annoying to watch. But how is he the one standing for black socialists being prosecuted for the free speech rights, but not Jamal Bowman, Ilhan Omar, and the black DSA left? What? Listen to this video, CJ. I didn't see this till I was doing show prep earlier.
The week I started at Policy Review, the Soviet Union collapsed, which was an amazing thing. The coup against Gorbachev in the third week of August 1991 was the week I started at Heritage. And in retrospect, of course, you never appreciate the significance of things as they happen to you. can't really know what the movie's about until it ends. But at the time, we didn't really appreciate how, well, two things. One, our entire political orientation was based on this war between the United States and the Soviet Union, this Cold War, but very much a war. And every part of our politics, as you well remember, those of you my age and older remember, every part of our politics revolved around that central conflict. That's the first lesson of history. You know, nothing is permanent except our own demise and God. But we didn't kind of get that. You know, if you told me then that this week the Department of Justice would have indicted a group of people I don't agree with, by the way, on a lot of different issues, black nationalist socialists from Florida, okay, kind of not my demographic, but would have indicted them for criticizing the U.S. position, the Biden administration's position on the war in Ukraine, and charged them with felonies for which they're each facing 10 years in prison. If you told me that could happen here, I would have laughed at you. No, we have a First Amendment. That can't happen here, but it has, that and a lot of other things, which are gravely unsettling, actually, and people who were rooted in the Cold War story and the reality of the Cold War, again, my age, 53, kind of know where that goes.
So he's at the Heritage Foundation talking about the black socialists who had their rights taken away. And not because Tucker Carlson is great, he's not. It's that where's the PFC left talking about this? Mm-hmm. And I think this is what got him in trouble. And there's another receipt, I can find it here soon, where the Julian Assange family personally thanked Tucker Carlson for speaking out against Julian Assange. So I think we all intelligent people here, right? We all can use critical thinking skills. We're not saying Tucker Carlson is great, but there is definitely positions he takes that the capitalist Republican establishment is not comfortable with. And this is why we're surprised they even say this shit on air. And this is one of the reasons, this is a theory why he possibly could be gone. Another one that is legit, I saw someone mention in the comment, I had this in my notes, is that Tucker possibly may run for political office. That's a big theory. He's extremely popular. And like he has, like, he's one of the few people in the mainstream media that has his base. Like wherever he fucking go, they're gonna follow him. He's massive, he's giant, well read on foreign policy. So there's a lot of talks that he's gonna run for office. And CJ, think about how much that's gonna scare the shit out of the PMC class. Tucker Carlson, other than Donald Trump, has been enemy number one. And remember, what the hell we told you guys? They're going to find another Trump. Tucker Carlson, if that rumor is true, is 100% going to take over the Republican Party. He is way more popular than any politicians on the right. He's up there easily with Trump. He's easily up there with Trump in terms of influence. So what we said, and I remember this is what I said in 2020, you had a bunch of progressive shit libs that was saying, Nick, you have to vote for Jim Crow Joe. I know he's ideologically opposed to us in every single way, but we must stop Trump. So then my question always, I tell like, all right, was after Trump? I asked a few people that, okay, we defeat Trump, then 2024 comes. Is the next Republican gonna be not as bad as Trump? So that means we allow that guy to win? You guys see where the logic fails? Mm-hmm. So if you believe in vote blue no matter who, you're telling people to be Democrats for life. They will never say that. CJ, they will never say that. But what they will say is, we must vote for Hillary Clinton. We must vote for Joe Biden because of Donald Trump. Right? So I'm like, okay, so what if someone worse than Trump comes? That means, do we vote for the next neoliberal? Do we vote for Pete Buttigieg next? Is that what you guys saying? No. Yeah, that's essentially what they're saying. So you guys, the buck had to stop somewhere. I fucked up because my buck stopped at Mitt Romney. I laugh at myself all the time. I make fun of myself all the time because Mitt Romney was the guy for me. After Obama in 2012, I was upset at Obama and Democrats, but I bit the bullet and voted for Barack Obama because I was scared of Mitt Romney. And after that, I'm like, all right, I'm done. So what they're saying is, if you don't vote Democrat because the Republican boogeyman, you're going to keep doing it for life because once Trump is gone, Tucker Carlson going to be the next guy. You guys want to know what they're going to say in like 4 or 5 years? Come on, man. You guys really not going to vote for Pete Buttigieg? You don't want to vote for Pete Buttigieg? But you want Tucker Carlson to win? You guys see how the never-ending trap of a lesser two evils? Get out now if you fell for it. But CJ, that's my rant. I'll pass to you for.
Yeah, I'll just read a couple of paragraphs from the article just to kind of fill in the story with a little bit. And you see the headline: Tucker Carlson, Fox News's most popular host, out at network. And this one is just dropped today. Fox News on Monday ousted primetime host Tucker Carlson, whose stew of grievances and political theories about Russia and the January 6th insurrection had grown to defy the network in recent years and influence GOP politics. Fox said that the network and Carlson had agreed to part ways, but it offered no explanation for the stunning move, saying that the last broadcast of Tucker Carlson Tonight aired last Friday. The break amid a cascade of bad legal news for Fox and Carlson. A week ago, Fox agreed to pay. You see how they're inserting this here?
See, that's what I'm talking about. And every story is doing that because it plants the seed into people who have. Well, remember, not everyone has a pay attention to politics like we do. Like, so they may see this like, oh, this connects to Dominion. They don't know the Dominion suit had nothing to do with Tucker Carlson. He wasn't.
This is a propaganda tactic. This is a propaganda tactic.
Yeah, it's sorry, CJ, but it put that there so you think that's connected. That's not.
Right.
It's completely not connected. So when my first reaction, I told you I will 100% admit these are nothing but theories right now. Right? I'm not saying I got hard evidence on that, but as soon as I heard he was fired, and the fact that everyone's surprised, Fox 100% is using the Dominion lawsuit as cover because they want to get rid of this guy. And my guess is because the Ukraine war stand for Black socialists and stand for Assange. They said, dude, you know,
those are three.
That's my theory. So anyway, CJ, go ahead.
Those three are my two. Like if he had opposite stances on those three specifically,
yeah, those three strikes,
he would, and everything else is still the same. He would still be there, in my opinion. Let me read this last part here. I skipped over this Dominion bullshit, and thank your lucky stars you're watching this through RBN, who will tell you this is, now you can go back and read it. This is propaganda that they're inserting here to tie them together to this, and it has nothing to do with it. So you can go back and read it on your own. But Carlson, who worked at both CNN and MSNBC earlier in his career, ditched his bow tie look and quickly became Fox's most popular personality after replacing Bill O'Reilly in the network primetime lineup in 2017. His populist tone about elites out to get average Americans rang true with Fox News' predominantly conservative audience, even leading to talk about him becoming a political candidate himself, which you alluded to, Nick. And we can stop there. Go ahead.
I love the cope in that sentence. That rang true with Fox predominantly conservative audience. Dude, Tucker is being on the Pine demo. Tucker get more Democrats that watch him than y'all, because the reason people watch Tucker because Tucker has something unique to say, whether you agree with him or not. Like he takes like unique Tucker like stance. Like there's like the Tucker Carlson right, and people know that he's gonna have a unique voice. The same way that Rachel Maddow, like she had her own unique Russiagate thing that she did. And you guys are boring. You guys offer nothing, and they are trying to find a way to cope with that fact. That's why people tune in to watch Tucker Carlson. Because they know they're at least not going to hear something, the same thing they heard from 6 p.m. host, right?